I want to thank everybody for watching Crypto Revolution, where I talk about everything crypto daily. Before we jump into this video, I want to thank everybody that's been hitting that like button, subscribing to the channel. Definitely helps the channel grow. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel yet, definitely subscribe. Count on me bringing you the best and most up-to-date crypto news every single day. Be sure and like the video. You support cryptocurrency, you support the channel, hit that like button. Jumping right into the market. Today, crypto sideways. Overall market cap $190 billion. Bitcoin at 72.31. So not a whole lot going on in the market. A lot of people say, hey, it's the holidays. The traders probably took some time off. Probably so. Now, this is a Bitcoin 1 hour chart. If you're not following me on Twitter, make sure and do so. cryptobtc_Chris. I was doing play-by-play on this setup today, and I'll show you how it played out. So you got this orange rising wedge we've been in previously. Okay, this broke to the downside. There's a downside target around 6,700. So my post was, hey, let's watch right here. The price action needs to break above here. The bulls need this break higher. However, I started looking for a retest, and I posted this on Twitter. If Bitcoin gets rejected by the yellow trend line, expect more downside. And you can see here, broke to the upside. So look, we went from here. Watch this area. If we retest, it's going to break and move lower to boom, retest confirmed, and we got a big drop all the way down to 71.44. So got to understand that these retests are powerful. These retests, basically what it means is the price action broke out to the downside of this pattern. Okay, then it broke and moved higher, and it retested the same line that it broke out of. And price action has a tendency to do this with all kinds of, support and resistance. And so you can play and trade these retests and make a ton of money. Now it's important that Bitcoin holds this support area. Like, it's important for the bulls that the price action doesn't continue lower. That downside target is still in play until it's invalidated of 6,700. So let's keep an eye on Bitcoin. I've got a cryptocurrency trading group. I've got 6 chat groups where everybody's calling out breakouts, posting charts, working together. I've got 41 videos in a playlist. If you don't know anything about trading at all, you can watch these videos. You'll be making profitable trades. It's that easy. I post these profitable trading setups every single day. The key with this market is you want to be in the right coins, and I make sure that you are in the right coins. This is Tomo. Broke out to the upside of this setup. And again, 21% gains out of Tomo. If you guys want to join the trading group, you want to pay in crypto, email me, cryptobitcoinchris@gmail.com. I'll get you set up and in the group today. You get 20% off if you pay in crypto for 6 months. And if you pay for the year in crypto now, you get 30% off and an additional month for free. If you do want to pay with a card month to month, you can do so. There's a Patreon link that's in the description. Real quick shout out to Adu. So last Saturday in our Discord meeting, Adu said, hey, listen, this is a gentleman. He's joined my trading group, and he didn't know how to swap Ethereum for USDT. He didn't know how to tether his coins. And so I had to walk him through, like, step by step. Here's what you press to sell your Ethereum. So you end up with USDT tethered. You don't take any more losses. And I walked him through step by step. So he came in knowing absolutely nothing about trading. He stated this: thanks, Chris. Before coming to your group, I knew nothing about trading, and now I decided to test my skills on another market. And he went to the Forex market. And he almost doubled his portfolio in 3 weeks. He said, I let my edge play out. It even played out better in Forex. He said, I didn't know anything about trading before I joined the group. Thanks, Chris. Like, once you learn this, you can trade stocks, you can trade Forex, you can trade crypto, whatever it is. Ethereum co-founder confirmed to be behind mysterious $11 million Ethereum sell-off on Kraken. So there was 90,000 Ethereum sent to Kraken on Christmas Day, and this was an Ethereum co-founder. He was trying to quietly cash out. And so the gentleman's name is Jeff Wilkie, and he sent, again, 90,000 Ethereum to Kraken. He said the transfer would have been anonymous had it not been for the fact that he signed up for the Ethereum name service 2 years ago. Trust Nodes came out and said, hey, Ethereum co-founder sells 90,000 Ethereum. And someone said, hey, nothing goes unnoticed. And that's one thing about crypto. A lot of people don't realize it, but we do. Crypto is very easily tracked. Once you tie a name to your addresses, it's easily to track to find out who potentially is Ethereum this was. So again, Jeff Wilkie comes out, the co-founder of Ethereum, and he says, nothing goes unnoticed. I need my money for a game, yo. Yo, he says, I need my money for a game. So he's trying to fund a game. He basically entirely left the project after cashing out. So he dumped his Ethereum. Thanks, Jeff Wilkie. Ethereum Classic hard fork Agartha creates important Ethereum Classic and Ethereum compatibility. So again, this is important. You know, Ethereum has a ton of different projects that run on it. Now potentially Ethereum can pick up some of their market share as far as just kind of coercing projects to run on Ethereum Classic. Right now, you can get the Christmas pack still on sale. It's about to go up to $178. So right now, you can get the Ledger Nano X and the Ledger Nano S both for $119. There's a factory link in the description. It does support the channel. YouTube calls crypto purge a mistake, but many videos still missing. Man, I was so happy when I saw this. I said, are you for real? Listen, we needed this. I'll tell you what, I was worried. I was worried. Now, I already had a plan in place. I already dealt with this before. I already lost the channel. This is my, second time running. I should have about 45,000 subscribers right now, but no worries. What this really should make everybody on YouTube realize is, yeah, we need a decentralized place to share our content, but we're just not there yet. People say, well, why don't you go use this decentralized? Why don't you go use DTube, or why don't you go use Library, or why don't you do? The problem is YouTube has all the people. All the people are on YouTube. People find our channels because they already use YouTube. You try to get somebody to change and to move to a different social media platform, and it's a task, right? So and then the smaller platforms. I mean, it's just not there yet. Is bottom line what it comes down to. Most of these YouTubers, so they survive off of their ad revenue, especially the bigger channels for sure. So it's important. They need the viewer. So again, this is this paradigm we're in. Decentralization, yes, we need it. Are we there yet? We're not. We're not there yet. YouTube came out on Twitter, and they basically, by the way, follow me on Twitter, cryptobtc_Chris. I promise you guys, anything happens, I'll keep you updated there. And they said, hey, all these hundreds of missing videos, apparently YouTube just made the wrong call. A number of the missing videos from Dunn's channel, they're still missing. And there's a bunch of YouTubers who hadn't even heard back yet. But a lot of people are confident that they will continue to get their channels back up and running, videos back reinstated. But YouTube admits Bitcoin ban was a mistake. Oops. Sorry, we just crumbled crypto YouTube. Everybody's had a crappy Christmas. I think I spent all Christmas Day backing up videos, making videos private. Like, man, here we go again. Thanks, YouTube, for keeping us on our toes, man. Crypto crackdown reversal. Influencer says strikes removed. So, yeah, a bunch of YouTubers are coming out. Heidi, she has Crypto Tips channel. She's been around crypto for a while. She actually paid $250,000 to get dual citizenship. So she's been in crypto a while. She paid 250 G's cash. She's probably been a Bitcoin holder for a long time and has a ton of money. She doesn't want to pay U.S. federal taxes on it. But Carl the Moon said all of his videos are still removed from the platform. Ivan on Tech came out and said his videos still aren't quite up yet. So again, they're just kind of working through the carnage. That's a good word. This is Heidi. She's Crypto Tips channel. She's up and running. Big smile on her face. She said, let the theories begin. She went live immediately, and she just said, hey, I'm back. Data Dash is back too. He's super pumped. This is Sunny Decree. He's back up and running. Everybody, he's just like dispelling all the myths. Like people are hitting everybody up, and they're like, hey, you weren't. They're like, Chris, you weren't shilling Bybit, and that's why your channel didn't get hit. YouTube is crazy, guys. Like, listen, YouTube, like they're going to tell you, hey, your channel's gone. Sorry, everything you know and love for the past, X amount of years, everything you've worked so hard to accomplish is gone. And we're not going to specifically tell you why, because we potentially don't want to get sued over it, or so people can't say, well, you shut this guy's channel down for this, and you didn't shut this guy's channel. I'm not really sure why, but they wouldn't. Man, I went through email after email, and they just wouldn't give me specifics. I still don't know to this day. Google suspends MetaMask Android client, and they reject their appeal. The moral of this story, of this video, is centralization sucks. Man, we got to get away from this. We need decentralized everything. You get a couple huge corporations running everything, and here we are. So Google suspended MetaMask Android app from its app store through the Twitter account. Apparently that's the best way to contact YouTube, through Twitter, which I did not know. It's kind of ironic, but MetaMask stated that Android client was suspended in the last week, with Google citing its policy of banning mobile mining apps. You cannot use a mobile mining app, and so they banned MetaMask, which doesn't do mobile mining. Glad they cleared that up. So obviously MetaMask is an Ethereum application browser. However, it does not offer mining activities. Now, YouTube would love to say, hey, you could file an appeal. You can file an appeal, so if we made any mistakes, we can catch it. MetaMask did that, and the appeal got rejected by Google, right? I went through that. I went through that quite a few times. The Central Bank of the Bahamas to begin piloting digital currency. So again, this is going to be tied to the Bahamian dollar, called Project Sand Dollar. Cool name. But the idea is banks and crypto, digital currency, are a perfect fit. I went to the bank today and I was talking to them about one thing or another. They didn't have a clue what Bitcoin was. No, I'm in a small town. No clue. Looked at me like I was crazy. Oh, it's the future of money. Okay, sure. Like, okay. Would you like to make a deposit or withdrawal, sir? Like, they're just like, At least 18 central banks are developing sovereign digital currencies. Banks jumping into this. They're going to have stable coins everywhere. And it's surprising. 18 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 are launched. There's about 5 pilots going, and the rest are in, essentially 9 are in development stages. But again, the point is they're working towards digital currencies. Banks. Now could you just say, hey, yeah, crypto, blockchain, you guys just take over. We're just going to sit here on the sidelines while you guys upgrade and completely change the world without us. No, we're going to be competing against banks, guys. I mean, we already are competing against banks, but we're going to be competing against banks on the same level. Right now, they can't compete with us. Well, as soon as they have these digital currencies up and running, they will be able to. And then they have almost how YouTube has the people. Well, banks have the people too. Just like it's tough to go off and use a different, smaller, decentralized social media sharing site. It's tough. It'll be a challenge to get people away from the banks that they're used to. Binance starts letting users buy crypto by binding Visa cards to their accounts. All these are European clients. You can bind your Visa. So there's 31 countries in the European Union where you're able to do this. So again, making it easy to get into crypto at least. Binance blockade of the Wasabi wallet could point to a crypto crack up. So what they're talking about here is Binance. There's a guy who took his coins and he basically scrambled them in the Wasabi wallet so that you can't track them. Well, Binance is really trying to work on their anti-money laundering policies, and if you'd make a bunch of weird Monero moves around Binance, and I had a user in my group that was sending some Monero. I had a user in my trading group that had making some decent sized Monero sends and buys and sells and whatnot. And they hit him up and they said, hey, we need to see ID on this. Like even though privacy coins exist, they still want to name down like who you actually are just to kind of keep track of it. So all these darknet mixer sites, they're called blenders. They're also called, where you can send your coins in. You send your coins and they charge you a fee and you get basically washed coins out. It's like literally laundering your coins in a sense. Exchanges in the future are going to have a problem with that. Cardano launches new update for stability as 8.9 billion ADA gets staked. So this is a pretty big number. So they're averaging about 8.9% annualized yields. So there's a pretty good return on investment for staking your ADA right now. So again, there's a new update. Make sure and pick it up. This is big news. IOTA tokens are going to be used in an IBM task scheduling system. The patent has been revealed. So IOTA in 2019 worked with Siemens, Intel, BlackBerry, and now they nailed it down with IBM. So right now there's 111 patent applications from 44 countries that use IOTA. So they use this statistics tool and they generated this graph. This basically shows IOTA adoption is skyrocketing. Now let's look at the chart. IOTA looks like it's plummeting. You cannot judge these cryptos based on their price. Like, it's not really about use cases and fundamentals. This is all about supply and demand. Until retail comes back into this market, or these coins are falling off, a lot of them. So these traders trade the charts. Like, they're not real big on fundamentals. I mean, news does pump this market, but nowhere near like it has in the past, and nowhere near like it will in the future. Like, when these altcoins run back, they're going to have a ton of upside. Why is 10x possible here? Because it's down to next to nothing. But again, we need buyers in this market, and we're just not there yet. If you guys like the content that I provide on a daily basis, be sure and subscribe to my channel, like the video, comment below, hit the bell for notifications. Thanks so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow.